Yo, we in the game, talking number stakes high. Knowledge and skill, like a bird we fly. Analyzing stats, we don't just guess. Betting on the win, you know we're blessed. Just the bet slips, we keep it real. Breaking down the odds, you know the deal. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. Rolling with the punches, we look for the signs. Parlays and props, counting all the coins. Every podcast episode, we bring the heat. Strategies laid out, can't accept defeat. Tune into the wisdom, hear our call. In this betting world, we'll never fall. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. On this gambling journey, we ride the bet. With just the bet slips, you ain't seen nothing yet.
What is going on, Just BetSlips family? Is Professor Parlay coming to you live. Currently alone. I will have Poolside Pat jumping in pretty soon. We also have picks from Chicks Picks. Jen can't be on, but I do have some of her picks. We've got U.S. Open picks from her, some World Cup picks from her. So we still have a lot on the show, even though I'm the only one here, and hopefully Poolside Pat will get home from work and be able to jump in shortly. But I wanted to go ahead and get it started so we can get you all up to your Friday, and hopefully we all can get some money for this weekend and all the World Cup stuff coming up. I will go ahead and jump right into it, though. I will disclaimer, which keeps us from getting sued. We're going to go for number one. We're not professional gamblers. This show is for fun entertainment purposes only. Number two, and most importantly, please gamble responsibly and at your own risk. Do not gamble more than you can afford, and only bet what you can afford to lose. Just set a limit. Say this is how much I'm spending this month, win or lose, and stick to that limit. You will be fine. But if you do find yourself needing help, gambling can be addictive, so please seek help if you need it. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Again, we're not professional gamblers, so it's for fun entertainment purposes only. Two, please gamble responsibly and at your own risk. And number three, gambling can be addictive, so please seek help. If you need it, call 1-800-GAMBLER. We are not affiliated or sponsored by any specific sports book, but we are affiliated and sponsored by Nevin Eyewear. These are my MLB long points that I have most of the days that I'm wearing. I also have the Roscoe Jams right here. I have a third pair that are in my car, which is why I usually don't show them, because I did take advantage of the buy one, get two free. If you use our link in our link tree on X, you will get 30% off one pair, or you can get buy one, get two free. If you're going to buy the prescription pair, use the 30% off code. It will get you the largest discount. Or if you're not getting prescriptions, getting regular sunglasses, use the buy one, get two free. The free link will be in the description. Also, please, either way you go, you will get $50 off because you get free shipping. You'll get free shipping, anything over $50. Sorry, and both of these deals will do that. If you use the buy one two get two free, you usually get three pair for just under $90, so right around $30 a pair. They are polarized, and you also, if you lose them, scratch them, need them replaced, you can fill out a claim form. They will replace them for free. So it is risk-free in the fact that you could get them replaced if something happens to them. Please go to our link and check out Nevin Eyewear. Let them know we sent you. Get those discounts, and you'll love the glasses. We guarantee it. Hopefully I can order mine this coming up week. My new three pair this coming up week, because I definitely plan on getting some more. We say we're not affiliated or sponsored by a specific sports book yet. That is. We definitely have one possibly coming. We just got to get to 500 followers, and then we can announce that kind of information. However, we're like 40 away, so please make sure you're following if you're not already. Then we'll be able to get you some more discounts and things of that nature. But we are affiliated with Plavo, formerly known as Player Profit. Essentially, the way Plavo works is you buy a package ranging from $30 all the way up to $500. You get a bankroll. If you buy the $30 package, you get a bankroll of $1,000 to bet with, and you have to complete two challenge systems. The first challenge system is to get to 10% profit before 10% losses. If you have a complete challenge one, you move on to challenge two, and then you must get to 15% profit before 10% losses. If you complete that challenge, you move on to the funded stage where you can cash out up to 70% of profit up to that point going forward. Again, there's also a blitz system where it's just a one challenge system where you just have to get to 25% profit before getting to 10% losses, and then you move to the funded stage. Either way, it's a good way to try to turn a small amount of money into a large bankroll. The $30 package, if you use our code JTBS, you will get 10% off any and all packages, whether they're the 30 or the 500. So go ahead and check them out. I think that if you make smart bets every day, you don't make like a million bets and you make some smart bets. It's definitely a way to go to try to turn a small bankroll into a large bankroll. My best bet of the day is a name that most people may not notice. He's a former reliever turned starter. Gauge Jump. I'm taking him for over 15.5 outs. It was at minus 105. I'm taking him for plus 104. His 3 starts since they've turned him to a starter have been pretty amazing considering. His last start, 6-7, he went 6.1 innings, 3 hits, no earned runs through 96 pitches. On 6-2, 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run. Only had to throw 84 pitches in 7 innings. His only bad outing, I would say, is 526. He went 5 innings and gave up 9 hits. And he only missed this by 1 out in his bad start where he gave up 4 earned runs. Since then, he's been lights out. I don't see any way he does it. In this matchup, he doesn't get there. He's facing the Rockies, who, let's be honest, they're still, even though they're improved, they're still one of the worst teams in baseball. And they're the worst team he's faced by far, and he's done very well against the teams he's faced in the past. The only team he didn't get there to was against the Mariners. He missed it by 1 out. I think he easily cleared. This line is low, and I think it's just because how new he is, because he's a new eternal relief pitcher. This Gauge Jump is a great name. That is for sure. But I appreciate Duke Slips is on his way home and jumping into the chat. But so I love him at my was 105, but I did have a boost to get it to plus money. So you're getting this at just over even money. So this is something you could easily bet in on Playvo if you have a Playvo account and throw 25 on it and double it up to 50. Even if you won't have that boost at minus 25, it's right at even money. So I really like it. Moving on to the performance double of the day, we have the PD King threw this one in here. He doesn't have a lot of stats. He's got Harris, 2+ hits, runs, and RBIs, and the Braves money line at plus 128. His stats are sometimes you just need to swing. Today is a swing day. I hear you. The Braves need a win today for sure. They have Strider on the mound, who has won. I think he's 4-2 maybe. So he is pitched well. He's had a couple rough outings over the last couple. In the back of an Uber. Okay, in the back of the Uber on the way home. Let me look. I think it's 4-2 is what Strider is. I did that off of memory. No, 4-1. I take that back. So he's 4-1. They have won every game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's pitched in 7 games. They've won 6 of the 7. So that bodes well for this bet. Michael Harris has been extremely good this year. I'm gonna look and see what he's done recently because I did not do research on him today, even though I'm a Braves fan. So I know I should know this. He's hit 2+ hits, runs, and RBIs in 3 of the last 4. So that is another. Appreciate you, NXT Elite. That is another bet that is hitting pretty frequently. So he calls this a swing day, but I think there is a lot of stats to back this up. He feels like it's a swing. He's a Phillies fan betting on the Braves, so it is kind of a swing for him, I guess. That being said, I will jump into the one who's in the back of the Uber's marquee matchup of the day, which is Spencer Strider and Nolan McLean at plus 180. Spencer Strider is, I know he's hit this, and I believe it's in all but 2 games. Let me pull it up to validate because I do not want to let you all. He has hit this in 1, 2, actually, he's 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 7 games. So just over half. His 2 recently that he struggled was Pittsburgh and Boston. He didn't really struggle against Boston. He didn't struggle in the game. He just struggled with strikeouts. Nolan McLean, I'm a little worried about. As you know, he's on everybody but Pat's dead to me list, just because he has all the ability in the world to throw a ton of strikeouts, but he has just failed us too many times. He did 5 strikeouts. He's gone 5-2 in his last 2. He did have 6 strikeouts against Cincinnati. Against the Braves, they're not the most team that strikes out the most, but they do have some. but they do have some swing and miss lately, but overall they strike out kind of the fifth or sixth least in baseball. So it's kind of one of those things. But you're getting it plus 180. He is still up on the units on the month on the marquee matchup. I do think the finals are over. Yes, NXT. I believe they are over. They might go one more game, then they might get it past this next game, maybe. But I think they're over. I think the Knicks sewed that up with that crazy comeback. And I said it yesterday in the chat. I think that coach needs to be fired. That might be one of the worst coaching performances I've ever seen in the second half of that game. Well, we got C Money coming into the chat. But yeah, I think that the handling of that, the fact that De'Aaron Fox might be gambling it through the game because he looked like he didn't know what he was doing. He was nonchalantly just throwing balls up in the rim. There was a lot of wild stuff that happened in that game. I'm not gonna lie, because I can't remember who I saw when I was watching the other day, but it might have been Shaq who said you don't just win, you don't come back from 30 unless the other team helps you, and the other team helped them a lot. Don't get me wrong, the Knicks shot a lot of threes in that fourth quarter to come back, but they needed a lot of help and they got it. So we'll see. Maybe Wemby has a Wemby game and they win one more, but this series is over. I think the finals are going to the Knicks after that game. I just don't see any way of recovering from that. Moving on, I'm the only one that's got a long ball in, unless C-Money has one that I don't know about, but I got Jose Ramirez at plus 460. He is 8 for 29 with 2 home runs versus Flaherty. He only has 2 home runs so far this month. He has been a little bit down on 10 home runs. He has 10, but he's at a 15 or 16 right now. I think this is the day where he can get back on it. He's got a good pitching matchup and against a guy he's faced in a lot of at-bats. He has multiple home runs against him, and I love the odds we're getting it at. A lot of the other favorites are not. You're not getting these type of odds. So I want to go with Jose Ramirez. I think he could hit one long. What I think is hilarious to me is if you look at the home run odds in the Athletics game, because of the way the ball is flying out of that park, Shane Langoliers is plus 140 to hit a home run. I don't think I've ever seen Shohei Ohtani be that low. Like, I don't think even when they were hitting all those home runs, they were that low. Like, that is, and then Nick Kurtz is like plus 160 or 170. Hunter Goodman's plus 205. Like, the home run odds in that game, they're almost making it impossible to bet. And the reason is I think they were getting hit hard for multiple home run parlays in those games because apparently the ball just loves to fly out of that place better than it does Colorado. So I'm going with some odds. If you want to play it safe, you could try to take Langoliers or Nick Kurtz. You just have to guess on which one. I will tell you, this is not my last call, but I'm going to throw this out there. I personally bet a bet of Langoliers and Nick Kurtz both to have 2+ home runs in a game at plus 10,000. So it's $250 to win $250. Look, throw 10 cents on it. I just did it for fun. If they really believe the Vegas believes the ball's gonna fly out to put those odds down there, I just said, well, maybe they can hit 2. So that's a flyer I'm taking. That's not a last call. That's just me throwing out a flyer that I bet today. I also have. I'm not gonna bring this bet up because it's insane. But it's $1 to win $205,000. So it's a 7-leg home run parlay. That's $1 to win $205,000. But that being said, I'm going to move on to the 750 club. It's just 3 guys for 2 total bases. I've got Matt Olson, 2 total bases. He has McLean over the last 7 games has given up 33 hits and 25 earned runs, which is why he's on the dead to me list. And Olson has hit this in 6 of his last 8. And he kind of when Acuna was out early in the season, Olson was on an MVP level tear. And he's got to be that guy now that Acuna's back on the 10-day IL. He's got to be the guy. Hopefully, this past week he's actually started to look like that guy again. He's at like 17, 18. He might be at 19 home runs. He's at almost at 20 home runs on the season. And he has cleared this. Let's see. Yeah, I said that. 6 of his last 8. Taylor Ward has hits in the 8 of his last 9 games, 2 total bases in half of those. And he's going against a guy that you've heard me talk about millions of times on the show, Griffin Canning, who gives up on average 3 earned runs every single game. He did pitch decent in his last game where he only gave up 1 earned run. Technically gave up 3 because the 2 earned runs that the reliever gave up after he came in were his guys that he walked. So I still put 3 on him, so I still feel like he got 3 earned runs. I think Taylor Ward, you don't have to ever worry about him getting a hit. So the question is, can he get a double or can he get 2 hits? That's what we got to look for. I think he can. And Zach Geloff, 2+ total bases. This man is on a 15-game hitting streak. He has 32 total bases over those 15 games, averaging over 2 per for over 2 weeks now. And he's also in that athletics game where he can hit one out just as easily as anybody else. Got this at plus 927. I couldn't believe with just 3 guys I got it to 927. Boosted that to plus 1160. So that is the 750 club of the day. I think we've got, yes, we have. So this is on my last call, but I'm glad she put it as her hold my earrings. If you do not have FanDuel, this might be the day to get FanDuel. You log on to FanDuel, click on World Cup, click on USA Super Boost not to score a goal. If the USA shoots a goal on the net, whether it goes in or not, you get it at even money, which means it's going to hit because there's 0 chance in an entire World Cup game they don't take any shots on goal. It's normally minus 10,000. You're getting a plus 10,000 boost to make it plus 101. So 25 will pay you $50.25. It's basically a way to get free $25. If you want, put $25 on FanDuel, bet this bet. When you hit it, withdraw your 25, leave the other 25, and bet with that 25. I love this bet. You're getting it at plus 101 with the boost. So that is the hold my earrings. And this is guaranteed to hit, which is smart for her to put this on here because she's going to go up a unit. Like if the USA makes a World Cup game and they don't shoot a goal, we got bigger problems. I have another World Cup bet that is a boost on DraftKings that I will share with you also on my last call later. Next, we have, hold on. I do have mine, but I think Jen had another slide. Did I move it? Here it is. I'll do this one first. So these are her U.S. Open way too early picks to say. So these are players that she's leaning into. Patrick Reed at plus 4,800 in the last 7 starts, 1 finish worse than 12th. Finished 4th on this course in 2018. Only catch, hasn't played since the Masters. Cameron Smith plus 16,000. That's wild. Plays well on courses with generous fairways like this one and comparable courses. The last 3 tournaments he has finished. Tied for 7th, tied for 16th, and tied for 5th. Other notables are Sam Burns, Scotty Scheffler, Cameron Young, Schauffele, Goddard, John Rahm, Morikawa, Henley, Siwoo Kim, Wyndham Clark, and Alex Fitzpatrick. All people that she's leaning into that she's going to be betting. Players who she will likely fade. I get Bryson DeChambeau. He is so up and down. At plus 2,700. He has great course history here, but ever since he went to LIV, he's just not the same guy. He's also focusing more on things that are not just his everyday golf. So he could very well come out here and be in contention for the Open in the last day, and he could very well miss the cut. You just don't know what you're getting out of that guy. Brooks Koepka, who is Poolside Pat's favorite guy to bet, who's currently in the lead of the Canadian Open right now. She's got some recency bias that won't allow her to bet him right now because he's burned us too many times. So he's on the out list. The LIV players that she tends to fade. She's fading LIV players. I tend to fade LIV players because I'm just not sold on the field depth and less rigorous format. For this tourney, I make exceptions for John Rahm, Cameron Smith, and possibly Dustin Johnson due to the being past major champions. But otherwise, I just can't endorse the LIV folks until they prove me wrong. Not to mention the LIV might be going bankrupt, and there may not be any LIV folks. So they got things on their minds. But these are all her way too early bets. You'll see many more coming from her on the Open, but she wants to keep you informed with the research she's doing right now. I will go back to mine because I'm hoping Poolside will get home in time to say his. If not, I'll run through them. It is not a 4 for 4. That was yesterday. I didn't take that out. But it's Jacob Mizorowski, 8+ strikeouts. He has 8+. This is the most insane stat that I've ever written down. I think my man has 8+ strikeouts and 9 straight starts. That is not a typo. This man is on another level right now. I know that we all were sharing the video of this man when they wanted to take him out, and he looked at his coach and said, "I'm not coming out," and they struck the side out after that. Like that's what I want to see out of a pitcher. I don't want to see a pitcher hang his head when he gives up a walk, and then the coach takes him and he just walks off the field. I want to see guys telling you, no, this is mine, and then he strikes them out and proves his point. And that's what this guy is: 8+ strikeouts and 9+ straight starts, which is why you have to bet him for 12 strikeouts to even get decent money on him. His over line is 9 strikeouts. That's wild to me. I took it just under his over line. The Phillies are ranked 19th overall. They strike out a decent amount still, even though they're doing slightly better. I think that he easily gets to 8. he probably gets to double digits, even though the PD King probably doesn't appreciate the fact of us saying that. I still think it's true. Spencer Strider, this is kind of his last leg for me, but he has been consistent with 5 strikeouts. He's hit 5 his last 7. The Mets average right around just over 8 strikeouts per game. He should get to 5. He has a tendency to go about 6 innings. And as long as he gets to 6 innings, I think he goes 5 strikeouts. And the Mets lineup is just not that great. They should be. With the people in that line, they should be, but they're not. And then Roki Sasaki, 5+ strikeouts. He's hit this in 4 of his last 5. He just struck out the Angels 10 times in his last start. The White Sox are 27th in strikeouts, averaging over 9 strikeouts per game. I think he easily cruises to 5 strikeouts. And this one got that at plus 226. My hit parlay is Trent Grisham. He's on a 6-game hitting streak, has 11 hits over those 6 games. Otto Lopez, 1+ hit. He's on a 5-game hitting streak. He has 11 hits over those 5 games. And then lastly, Chase Meredith, 1+ hit. He's also on an 11-game hit streak. He has 13 hits over those 11 games. So all of these guys are on a minimum 5-game hitting streak. All of these guys have a lot of multiple hit games in that span. And I got this at plus 196. I already told you my best bet is Gage jump over 15.5 outs at plus 104. I had originally thought I was going to do Eduardo Rodriguez over 17.5 outs, which is why you see an alternate best bet, because I still bet it. I just had to pick one for the best bet. He's over 17.5. I have this written down. He's at over 17.5 in 6 of his last 7 and 4 straight. This guy goes deep in pretty much every game he pitches in. I don't see today being any different. You'll see I have a bet on my last call with some overs that includes both of these. That also includes another one of our favorites. Looks like Poolside Pat may be literally getting here, so I'll just start running through him and he can jump in if he gets home. But he has the Spencer Strider and Nolan McLean over 6 strikeouts. Again, I think you're sweating maybe both. I think Strider's great for 5. 6 is pushing it. Nolan McLean, he should be able to strike out 6, but he hasn't been lately. Both of them have the potential to get there though. His alternates are Sandy Alcantara and Braxton Ashcraft at plus 365. Ironically, at plus 365, which is double the odds, I like that one better than I do his actual marquee matchup. Ashcraft has the ability, which we've seen in the past and made a lot of money off of, running up some strikeouts. Even in a game where he didn't pitch all of that great with giving up runs, he still had 6 strikeouts. Sandy Alcantara has some very good games this year. Jack Lester and Sonny Gray plus 335. Death Taxes and Sonny Gray for 5 strikeouts. He's trying to push him to 6. Jack Lester, I really don't know a lot about him, so I don't even want to try to pretend. Jack Flaherty and Tanner Bybee. I'm not sure how I feel about this one, to be completely honest with you. I don't really see either one of those getting to 5, but that's why you're getting at 340. So bet that one at your own risk. Trey Yesevich and Ryan Weathers. I know a lot of people in the show have been burned by Weathers. I never even bet him. He typically does get around the 6 strikeout mark, so I'm not worried about him. And Savage depends on the day, but he has the ability to get to 6 strikeouts. This one is also much more likely to hit than some of the others, which is why you're saying at plus 208. He did a ladder on Mizorowski, which is the most insane ladder I've ever seen. The fact that this man is 12 strikeouts is only plus 252. You bet any other strikeout in baseball, 12 strikeouts gets you to almost 1,000. For him, it's 252. But there's a reason, because he'll probably get close to 12 strikeouts. So the 9 strikeouts minus 131, 10 strikeouts plus 137, 11 strikeouts plus 252. I take that. 12 is plus 461. That's still half of what anybody else would have. If you hit all those, though, you're going to end up making about 10 units on one day. So it'd be nice if he gets there. I don't know if he'll get to 12, but he'll be flirting with it, I'm sure. Leahy, 4+ strikeouts. Walker and Alec Burleson, 2+ hits, runs, and RBIs. Plus 390. Burleson's been kind of automatic lately. Walker's starting to hit. So I think you're sweating the Leahy 4 strikeouts. He's usually around 3, 4, or 5. So if he hits his typical, he'll hit this. He has been hitting his cards best this month. So go with it. He's got USA money line at plus 110. I like that. I have that on my last call, but slightly different because I got a bonus on DraftKings. And then USA, Canada, and Canada money line plus 428. I don't know much about World Cup outside of the USA, so I can't really speak on Canada. I know Canada's been taking L's all year in sports, though. So not taking shots, just saying. But hopefully we'll have the Vegas Golden Knights keep that a thing. Then I'm going to my last call. So look, I have the one that Jen talked about. I have the FanDuel one shot on goal boost. to plus 101 for $25. USA bet on DraftKings. They have an early payout. If the USA at any point in this game goes up one goal, you automatically win. You can bet a max of $10, which is what I did, at plus 110 to win $21. And then my longer shot is Ashcraft over 17.5 outs, Rodriguez over 17.5 outs, and Gay's jump over 15.5 at plus 538. Poolside is just still celebrating the Knicks being up 3-1, and he's happy about the World Cup. Jen has RBC Canadian Open June 11th through the 14th, hole in one. Anytime, round 3, which is plus 600, round 4 is plus 600. They're in round 2, which is why you can't bet it. And then hold my earrings FanDuel's super boost bet, which she already put on her Chicks Picks. So that is everything. I have spoken a lot in 25 minutes. We do have C Money here. Do you have a long ball or anything today?
No, I just stopped on because I haven't been on in a while, so I figured I'd hop in.
You know what? I'm going to give a couple of these crazy bets I did to you all while we're waiting to see if Poolside wants to jump in and talk about some of his bets, since I kind of glossed over them, since I don't have the stats written down. I'm not going to lie. I went a little wild today with some home run bets. So somebody in a group I'm in went to ChatGPT and asked a likely home runs today. Well, ChatGPT gave them names of people who've already hit home runs, even though nobody's played today. So I bet every one of those players to hit a home run that ChatGPT said already hit home runs today. And it clearly said June 12th, 2026. So sure, it's probably a glitch, or somebody forced it to say that. I'm going to look at it as the sports almanac from Back to the Future, and we're betting it as if it's real. So if you hear these names and you're shocked, I didn't pick them. Darmel Vargas, home run. Corbin Carroll, home run. Jose Altuve, home run. Yordan Alvarez, home run. Gunnar Henderson, home run. Miguel Vargas, home run. And William Contreras, home run. That is plus, I don't know. There's too many numbers. 20241780. Long story short, I think it's plus 2 million. It's basically $1 to win $202,418.80. I mean, it's $1. If I lose, I lose. I also bet I want every one of these guys to hit a home run as singles. I have just the names that they listed as notable home run guys, which was Altuve, Alvarez, Carroll, Vargas, and William Contreras, leaving off the other two. Have those parlayed together at $1 to win $5,800. So if all these hit, I win somewhere in the neighborhood of $230,000. I mean, give or take. Let's be clear. If half of these hit, I'm probably cashing out at whatever offer they give me. I've got $1 invested, so worst case scenario, I lose $1. I'm not worried about it. But these are my crazy bets for the day. I think I threw in a couple more. I took the over strikeouts for 7 guys at plus 8,353. I've got McLean, Strider, Ashcraft, Rodriguez, Mazurowski, Sasaki, and Joe Ryan all on their overs. So it's McLean at 6 strikeouts, Strider at 6 strikeouts, Ashcraft at 6 strikeouts, Rodriguez at 6 strikeouts, Mazurowski at 9, Sasaki at 6, and Joe Ryan at 7 for plus 8,353. Strikeouts have been down lately outside of 3 or 4 guys. So I'm just betting on them to come in. At one point, we're going to have a day where everybody's getting strikeouts. Why not today? That's what I'm going with. I guess Poolside got stuck in traffic. I don't want to really drag it on too longer. I have given you all my crazy bets. Please bet those responsibly. Throw like 25, 50 cents on those. Don't be throwing a bunch of money on those. I did those for fun, and I like to take shots. I'm up a decent amount of money over the last 2 months, if you haven't noticed. I'm up like 120 units or something, so I've got money to play with. I've also won a lot of free money on Fanatics with my long ball bets and my squad bets. I just hit another $50 the other night with the squad bet that we did. So I've had a lot of freedom to build up a bankroll on there to make these kinds of crazy bets. So bet those responsibly. Set your limit, like we say. That being said, I will move on to the records, which I'm 20-25, up 58.54 units. Poolside Pat is having a month for him. Like, this is wild. He's at 26-58, up 25.25 units, and a large portion of those are his Cardinal bets. Like, he's up like 15 units on his Cardinal bets this month. We made fun of him So he focused and started betting a little bit smarter. And he stopped putting that money line in there, and all of a sudden, his units are going up on it. PD King is up 9-8, up 10.95 units. Jen was down like 16. She's down 4 now. She's making a comeback, and she'll probably hit one of these crazy plus 20,000s to take the lead like she usually does, especially with the Open. So overall, we were up a ton for the show for the month, for the second month in a row. So if you're fading, if you've been fading us, there might have been some times you make money, but those last 2 months, it's cost you money to fade us. If you have not followed us, please follow us on X. We are 40 away from hitting 500, and I promise you we'll have other opportunities for everyone once we get there. Just follow us. We're going to be giving away a $50 gift card to everybody who's not everybody, but to a random follower. For anybody who has followed us once we hit 500, we will do it for every 500 after that up to a point. So just to make sure you're following us on X, check us out. We will be live tomorrow at some point, probably around 11 or 11:30. If nobody else can go, you'll see my ugly mug again by itself. Otherwise, maybe all of us will be here. I'm not sure. Just kind of depends. I know that PD King is at some point going to Disney World. I don't know when he leaves for that. Poolside, I don't know about work. Sometimes he has to like go to work, come home, then go back to work, then come home. So I don't know. Like I said, worst case, you'll have me. Maybe you'll see C-Money in his car because he's always in his car. But with that being said, these were the hot tips for your bet slips. Hope you all have a great day. Thanks for coming in, NXT, and I will play you out.
Yo, we in the game, talking number stakes high. Knowledge and skill, like a bird we fly. Analyzing stats, we don't just guess. Betting on the win, you know we're blessed. Just the bet slips, we keep it real. Breaking down the odds, you know the deal. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. Rolling with the punches, we look for the signs. Parlays and props, counting all the coins. Every podcast episode, we bring the heat. Strategies laid out, can't accept defeat. Tune into the wisdom, hear our call. In this betting world, we'll never fall. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. On this gambling journey, we ride the bet. With just the bet slips, you ain't seen nothing yet.